A social enterprise based in Kakamega, the Toothpick Company Limited was incorporated in 2018 to undertake a successful commercialization of Kichawi Kill with guidance from an NGO partner, World Hunger Life. After a long and rigorous regulatory process, the Toothpick Company Limited hosted demonstration plots on nearly 1,000 farms and trained over 40 village inoculum producers or VIPs who will set up their own micro enterprises. As Kenya enters the long rain seasons, these producers are currently taking Kichawi Kill orders from farmers for the inaugural commercial season. The Toothpick Company will be using this season to work closely with the producers to reach as many farmers as possible and to plan for expansion in future seasons.
There was a project called Toothpick, a company called Toothpick, that I attended their training in one of the field days in Mumias West. So I realized that there was a testimony that they did a trial and a farmer managed to suppress the weed. So I was very interested and wanted to know which is this Striga, which is this company called Toothpick. I was given a number. I contacted the agribusiness advisor. Then from there we started interacting and offered my farmers a demo plot. Then we did 100% demo plot with control, planted with the Kichawi Kill and control of normal farmer practice. So that is what I did, and it showed a very big change and a very big impact. Then I decided we need to call farmers to come and see, because I was trying to write a proposal if we can have a company that can manufacture Kayongo, the Striga weed, maybe it can be a cash crop, but we decided, I came to realize that Kichawi Kill can suppress it and farmers can now have hope in maize farming. So that when farmers came for field day, they were surprised, because even Assistant Chief during his speech said that even if he was given this farm free of charge without being even asked to pay anything, he hangeichukua. So akasema the technology that was used here needs to be emulated by farmers within this sub-county and the entire county, and most of the areas that have been affected with Striga weeds like Siaya, Kisumu, Ngoma, Busia, they need to embrace this technology and have hopes in maize farming. So that's why short rain season I decided to do the whole land now without control but with pure Kichawi Kill usage. From 2 bags we raised to we used to get 2 bags. Now during short rain season I managed to get 21 bags from a half an acre.
It's not limited to registered farmers, but for logistic purposes, it's good for a farmer to register in advance. Remember, if the Kichawi Kill overstays, it also goes bad. So we wanted them, they place orders, and then you can prepare, or the VIPs can prepare them on order or on demand. Earlier on, we are going to roll out into the remaining counties of Western Kenya. That is Migori, Kisumu, Busia, we have Homa Bay, and which is the other one? And Kisinyamira. So those are the ones we are concentrating on. And then after you have now reached out to Western, we could also see if we can provide it at the coastal strip where we have in Kwale and the rest.
Striga is especially prevalent in low soil fertility environments where insufficient use of agricultural inputs such as fertilizer and cereal monocropping is evident. Kenya's lake region is most affected, with at least 9 species of Striga being reported in the country, and Striga Hermonthica considered the most lethal of them all and is widespread in densely populated region. For decades, hand weeding or pulling has been practiced as a method for Striga control. However, this is very labor intensive, translating to huge cost for the farmer, and is not minimally effective since damage is caused at the root of the plant.
This product is very beneficial, and once you apply it consecutively 3 seasons, you don't need any further application. the product now will control effectively Striga. And for some of you, I mean, for those of you who know the consequences of Striga, you know that we'll have really make a big achievement in terms of food supply, and I think that's what we're going to do. That's what we're aiming at, and that's going to help us meet one of the 4 national agendas that we have.
Let me say, like 1 acre, we used to get around 16 bags or 18. But as for now with Striga, if you get more, maybe 5 or 4. That is per acre, which is not good for a farmer. I've used Kichawi Kill, let me say, for the last, apart from the demonstration plots, for the last 2 years, because I didn't do the whole farm. I used to do it in portions. It was a bit better. But you know, you have to do it for a longer time to eradicate the Striga, because the seeds are just there. Once you plant, when you are weeding, they come up. So you have to do it. But last season, it was a bit better because I've done it for 2 years.
The question perhaps on many farmers' minds is whether this is a permanent solution. According to the World Hunger Life websites, and I quote, "No change is constant, and we would be foolish to believe that our solution is a silver bullet." Promisingly, we see persistence of our treatment over time. In fact, at our regional research plots, they have been treated for years. Striga is no longer present and crops are doing well. Our scientist could not even get Striga to grow there when he planted Striga seeds. We haven't conducted a longitudinal study yet, but over the next 5 years, we should have a better understanding of how farmers should schedule their treatments to get the greatest benefit at the least cost. End quote.
It is a social business enterprise that we're looking at within the future, now that there is registration. And funding has come from DBU, which is the Development Bank in Germany. It has also come from an individual, Dr. Peter, and also WHH has been supporting this process. So it has been very much a success of multiple stakeholders, as well as the influence of those farmers in the field that have shared their land to be able to pilot the success as well. I think we all know Striga, or the plant itself, as being a purple flower. I wish we had an example here today. And yes, it is very attractive, but we know that that plant is very destructive, that plant is invasive, and it is a weed that is affecting crop production here in Kenya, and as Newton has expressed, across other parts of Africa as well. We also know that this plant, or for WHH, is a real issue to farmers, and this is why WHH has been involved. We feel that this product is going to address the farmers' challenge in regard to production and the issues that are there at grassroots. We feel that there is going to be a success or increase in production, which is leading to the livelihoods of individual farmers in the community, but also the economic development within the economy in certain areas where farmers are able to produce food not only for themselves, but for the larger population, and I must say an increasing population here in Kenya as well.
According to KALRO's Director General, Dr. Eliud Kirager, this is a major milestone for agricultural research in the country. Now that this biocontrol product is fully approved for use after meeting stringent standards of safety and efficacy, we expect that its rapid adoption will help us to reduce the negative impact of Striga and improve food security for the country. This project is an excellent example of a public-private partnership. Kenya Pest Control Products Board granted registration status for the bioherbicide, with the Kenya Agricultural Livestock Research Organization as the registrant, paving the way for its unhindered use in Kenya.